Yeah, but it could be a bit slower than you are expecting, right? But it's audible to me at least.
Hmm.
Okay, welcome back to the channel. Today we have uh, Jigadula and Rajan Trivedi with us, and we're gonna discuss about what we faced, how we solved, right? And yeah, they will share their experience as well, and we will learn things together, and we will share experience with each other. Okay, let's go ahead. So, as always, we do some introductions before starting. So let's start with Jigar bhai.
Yes, I'm a PHP Laravel developer. I have around 14 years of experience, and I'm currently working with Dentsu, the Danish-based company. And yes, been working with Laravel mm, for quite some time. I forgot, like 7, 8 years probably. Yeah.
Rajan bhai.
Okay. So I'm Rajan Trivedi, working with PHP since last 8 years and working as a tech lead with Indianic Infotech Limited, Ahmedabad.
So let's go ahead. What we're gonna discuss today. So one of the thing we can discuss is recently I like uh, faced, or we can say I explored, and people say it's magic and we cannot, I mean, trust on the magic, right? For such a thing. So what happened is we were looking into the Laravel starter kits, right? And if you see, Laravel comes with nowadays. I mean, after Laravel 10, Laravel comes with has cast in a user model, right? So if you create
Yeah,
a new Laravel project, user model will have that has
predefined
cast by
casting.
default.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. So it will be by default there if you create a new project. You don't need to add it, right? And if you see the factory or the taste from the
yeah,
same starter kits, it was having these hash make thing, right?
yeah,
So it was like it was hashing by default by the model as well, and it
yeah.
was hashing in a taste, and not the taste, but if you
Factory.
see the auth middleware kind of password create middle or something like that, right? Login middleware or something like that. So not middleware, controller. So it was something like that there, right? So people says I also PR'd it and they have accepted it as well. But the thing is, PR people says it's a magic, right? And if new people will come, they will not understand easily that what is happening. Like they will think that plain text is stored behind the scenes. Like, what are your thoughts on this I mean, situation?
I think it's better to have it in a model as Laravel has given in starter kit because that will make the code cleaner. But if the developer is don't aware with the casting thing, then it will be magic for him. Otherwise, it's normal.
So I can understand that, but it is like you can use model casting for array parsing or JSON or
Yeah,
date parsing, or maybe
yeah,
enum or
yeah.
as collection, but you cannot use for hash. Is it? I mean, a little bit thing which you are very. I mean, upon what we can say. I mean, uh, the new developer will not understand those array
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Those will,
That's
if
a
they can
that's a
understand JSON, date, or as enum or as collection stuff, why they cannot understand hash stuff? I mean, right? What do you say, Jigabai? You are muted.
Yep. So I recollect some discussion on your Twitter thread, but
What I
I
can share
forgot.
screen as well.
I forgot. Is it like, can we see in the model if that hash is being made?
Yes.
We can see it in the model, right? Yes. I think then it is fine. In the cast, probably password is added somewhere. So I think
Yeah.
I think it's fine. So my thought process is that usually, like when we onboard a developer, Like if it is completely new, he will have to first go through the Laravel documentation, understand the basic convention. I think cast is now so like
No,
so
no.
mandatory, so it's very like it's a basic thing that one needs to know uh, when creating Laravel application. So I am definitely okay. Like if it was not visible in the model, then yes, it's a magic. But otherwise, it's not a magic for me now.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
Laravel, yeah, this is a basic
that,
Laravel
that is the
convention
thing,
that
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So why people think like it's a magic, or maybe when new developer will come and he will not be, sure that its user password is hashed or not.
So it's
I
about
mean,
ecosystem. It's about ecosystem. So I am currently, as probably you are already aware, I'm currently working with Falcon PHP. So there is some alternative to cast. In fact, it has some other ways also. Uh, so each ecosystem, each framework has its own thing. So I think it's okay. It's okay for others to not agree, but I think it's like in Laravel ecosystem, at least everyone majority will agree that this is a normal thing.
even right. So let's go ahead with a different topic then, right? It was simply understandable. So have you faced anything, any issues in this week, or maybe like last Wednesday or this Wednesday?
This
Every day is we
yes.
are facing issues every day because we are working.
Yes. So this week you can start, Rajan. Probably mine was much smoother than.
Recently today, Nepal, I was working with a project where project is in filament PHP, and client was demanding a custom component for uploading images with client should be able to mark image as a default. And if we see the filament file upload or Spassy media library uploads, then there is no option to define as a upload as a default image. So I have made a custom component for that, and it was working fine. But today I have noticed that there is a bigger issue with validation. That was due to the state management, and to find that issue, the root cause of that issue was little bit difficult.
State management.
Yeah,
Uh,
front end because I was managing state with front end and back end, so that state was not synchronized properly.
this is live wire, right?
Yeah, live wire, tall.
But yeah, this I have never like I can't imagine. Like probably there is some issue, but I can't imagine like we facing state management issue in Livewire because isn't it Livewire's job to do the two-way binding?
There is no state management yet in a live app. We can
There is
say like
event listener if I'm not wrong, but and also
updated and all.
so
Yeah.
probably he's probably right. He's probably right. So this state management is done by Livewire itself library. So at least at least we don't get access to this state
Yeah.
management.
So that is what
And this
I'm saying.
two-way binding does happen, and probably Rajan probably came across one of the issue where
Yeah,
I think it could be something like that. Maybe the parsing issue or something like that, right? So when it goes to front end, it was different, but when it come back to the back end, it's again different thing, kind
yeah,
of.
that's what the issue.
Hmm. That's possible, maybe. So if it is not, related to what LiveWire provides by default, right? You can use a variable interface, right?
Yeah,
So which provides two LiveWire and from LiveWire something like that, two functions. You can implement that, and you can update state, format state while going it. I mean, while throwing it to the front end and get it back from the front end.
yeah.
which package is this?
It is not a package.
It is not package.
It's a functionality provided by the Livewire.
Livewire
So
itself.
it's a wireable interface, right? You can implement it with any object, any class, right? So after that, you need to implement two methods, right? One of them is to Livewire, and another is kind of from Livewire or
From
something like that.
Livewire.
I don't,
From Livewire.
right? So basically those two methods will now handle the two-way binding for you. So it is like when you are passing it to the front end, to Livewire function will be called, or right, and whatever
Yeah.
you return, it will stored at the front end, right? And you can same thing you can get into the from Livewire, right? And you can create new object again, kind of.
Yeah.
So probably I'm getting confused, but I will take a look at the documentation. And
If you want, you can. I
hydrate
can.
is
Yeah,
something different, right? Hydrate is different than this.
yeah. It's kind of hydrate and dehydrate as well. But I mean, something it is. See, uh, library is only supporting array or maybe kind of things in the public property, right? So when you have some class which is not supported by the library, you can implement this interface.
But for that, I recollect there is something called as computed properties somehow related.
Computed
That
property is
is,
different thing.
yeah, it will be private actually, and it will not be shown at
It
the
will
front end.
computed properties will cache the uh, variable or function.
Yeah, of course. So it is like basically if your property needs too many calculations, right, or
Hmm.
something like that. So you can
Okay.
just do that with the computed property, and it will be whenever it calls at first, it will be loaded and it will be used same output what it got in the that return statement,
Hmm.
right?
Probably I'm
But this is
using
we
it
are
in
talking
wrong
about
way.
the, yeah. So we are talking about the wireable interface,
Okay.
right? Which is, see, for example, you have one DTO, right?
Hmm.
Right, and
But
so library is,
I understood. I understood. We
yeah,
can transform the data basically before and like while going to the view and while coming from
yeah,
the
of
view.
course,
Understood.
perfect, yeah. So yeah, that you can use in a
Yeah,
DTO. If,
Hmm.
DTO is basically not supported by the library by default, right?
by default.
Okay. Okay, I faced one issue today itself, right? Which was, see, I'm working on the Super Dev, if you know, right?
Hmm.
Which is, Rajan bhai, Super
No,
Dev.
I don't know. No.
So you know Pinkery, right?
Yeah.
So Pinkery was for the web and Super Dev is for the terminal, right?
Okay.
So we are working on the social media which will run
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
in the terminal, right?
I have followed the tweet
Uh,
from Nuno.
yeah. So currently I'm working on it, right?
So one question. So this is not the API route, right? It's a separate server. Both have separate server, right?
Okay. So let me tell you. So firstly, we started doing like this, right? CLI app, right? API, right? Like that. And then I think we are now using Ashley's package, right? The Ashley who is working on the AI at Laravel. So Ashley's package, which is somehow able to run the SSH server or something like that via some command and all, right? Just think it, you can run those files and now you will have server running which can show terminal and all, right? And you can just ssh that url, right, basically.
So are you answering my question or you're continuing with the topic?
No, I'm answering your question.
So, but
So basically you,
I'm still confused. So basically, question
yeah,
is this Sukodev,
yeah,
CLI social and
right,
Pinkari, will they share the data? Is a simple
no,
question.
no,
No,
no.
right? Okay.
So it is totally separate application, because if we going to use API from the Pinker, it will be more
Hmm.
difficult to maintain actually, because Pinkery source code is actually stuck at somewhere at place where uh, there is a many complex part we need to I mean extract from some classes, or we can say library component. So it will gonna take more time than
Hmm.
building from the scratch, right? So we started building it from the scratch, but before that we actually created the API,
Hmm.
right? And the CLI app separately. So CLI app, we were thinking to build it in a Go, right? But now, and then after we came through the S-list package, and now we just deleted the HTTP layer. And I mean, it was API was fully ready, but we deleted it.
Yes.
But yeah, we was having a models and actions, right? So we were using it. Okay, so now let's come to the problem, right? So we are using Termbyte for the CLI UI, right? Termbyte. So if you remember the first Laracon and you have shown the talk was happened in Laracon India first. So Termbyte is something you can use Tailwind and HTML something like that, and you can show your UI, right? So what error I was getting is undefined color, right? And there was some bit SM written there, but I thought like it's a UI glitch and it was printed, right? So I and there was nothing like that because it was like it was rendering through the command, right? So I was just having the line number where it was rendering. I didn't had any blade file path that in this blade file it is failing or something like that. So I was totally confused how should I solve it. So then what I did is initially I just added DD randomly at all of the views which are rendered, right?
Yeah.
First I started with the header, then in a post, then in a footer, but all of them was rendering somehow, right? So I was like at one of the place it was not rendering, but I was like red is rendering, the cyan is rendering, the green is rendering, so all of the color is working, right? And I was like, what is the problem? Then I dig it into the where actually the exception was initially coming from, right? And I put there DD, right? What is the actual class which is failing, right? And it was
Yeah.
text ASM.
Text.
SM.
SM. So small text, I mean. Text
Okay.
SM. So it
Okay.
was like text and SM was the color.
Okay.
I mean, I was like, I literally spent 15 minutes and I was blank. Then now I realized that I shouldn't go through all of my uh, views and all. I just go through the where the exception coming and I should put DD there to
Yeah.
understand like what is the actual text which is failing. But yeah, it was like at that moment I was blank, right? Because it was not clear error, right?
Hmm.
It was saying that the color is invalid, right? So I should look for the color, right?
Color.
Which color is failing?
Hmm.
But yeah, that was learning, my 2 years learning.
Hmm.
Hmm.
For me, this happened on Monday, I think. On Monday, but today I think I solved it. It's not code related, so it's a bit boring for technical people who are watching. So this we are integrating a Snapchat into one of our product. I
Oh,
think uh, so. I think let's not go into this product. I think it's DoLocal.io, the product that we are working on. Uh, I won't go much detail into the product, but basically we want to run a campaign and a commercial campaign on Snapchat. So that's we run ads basically. Our tool does that, and this is the thing that we are integrating. So my task was on Monday to check the documentation and how to make an ad commercial. The commercial meaning we can't the user can't skip the ad for x n number of
yeah,
seconds, like
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
30 seconds or something like that.
6 seconds basically. That YouTube is
Oh,
different, but Snapchat is little. So now I
yeah,
I have the documentation. I have everything. I have figured out what API calls to what configuration. So basically, there is no entity called as commercial ad. There is no entity. We have to just tweak the creative so some other different entities such that it enables the commercial. Now, the bad part about me being a developer, it's basically difficult. Just today, I got to know that there was a mistake in my understanding of how this campaign was created. So I was not able to zoom out a bit. So from my point of view, asking why, like why, how this how this campaign setting will, etc., etc. So there was this parameter called uh, forced view eligibility. So I should have understood that exact term rather than just going through the doc. And when we go through the doc, we usually see the example and we are happy. Okay, we just
Yeah.
have to pass this parameter and things will be done. But from a application standpoint, from a business standpoint, at which place we need to set that value in the database or prepare the data, that got impacted and I had to redo the work. It took almost like many hours again because I had to go through the flow again, etc., etc. So the point here is that sometimes it is not the code. Sometimes understanding and asking why is more important than writing a good code. I have so this is sometimes I am able to catch it easily. Sometimes I miss it somehow. Yeah.
So, so I want to share one thing right now, and
Yeah.
this has happened currently, right,
Hmm.
at this second. So, do you know what is cable is this right now? I mean, so it's my mic's cable, and my mic is disabled. I mean, disconnected from the starting. I really just throw like, oh, mic is just.
Now, now we lost you. But I can hear you now. Can
Yeah, so now my audio will be better.
Yeah, yeah, it's now
oh
better.
oh
So-
now you're in a studio.
yeah, and even I mean, in Riverside, you cannot change the your audio or media when you are already streaming, right? But I am using, I mean, one more layer between Riverside and my mic. It is I mean, what we call it, NVIDIA broadcast. So that at that place the driver is changed, right?
Yeah.
For Riverside, it is NVIDIA broadcast.
Nice.
Okay, so let's
Yeah.
go ahead.
Anything
So,
else? Any
so Puneepal, recently one more issue I have faced, and that was in the same project. We are implementing river chatting in our application, and we need to update the sidebar
Mhm.
navigation items in real time. And
Yes.
it was really tricky because in sidebar you cannot pass ID or any type of uh, extra attribute, HTML attribute to identify the component. So I have dig into the GitHub. I have found one issue over there, and then has replied on that issue. And Dan's reply was, it is not possible due to sidebar is the totally different thing than livewire. So it was
Oh,
it was not possible as per Dan's reply. But then I found one more thing that we can publish the views in filament.
yeah.
So I have published the views and made a custom item component, and
Mhm.
in that custom component I have passed the ID, and
Okay.
it's working.
Hmm.
So sometimes we have to dig deep into the code base and find the way.
Hmm.
So I mean, same issue, similar issue I have faced when I was creating what do you call it, quiz app, right, for my previous company, right? So it was like it will be SaaS as well in the future, but in that moment we were gonna also use it to take interviews, right?
Okay.
So yeah, so you can just switch a type. It's a simple quiz or the SaaS quiz, right? So SaaS quiz has a more options, but we are just I have faced issue when we was building just a sidebar. So you can in a sidebar you can see the questions, right? So how many questions you have attempted, and how many questions are pending, or you can click on a particular question and reach through that question, right?
Yeah.
So what actually happened? Like library is not supporting slot,
Yeah.
right? So that was the issue. So library is actually not supporting the slot, and we were actually using sidebar as a component, or we can say everything is kind of slot, right? Because you want to put sidebar into sidebar is somewhere else, right? But there is a slot where you need to put the content of the sidebar or something like that. Something similar thing is happening, but what was happening is when page renders, sidebar was not there, right? Because slot is not. So what I
Supporting.
did is I literally did something, right? I did slot as well, right? But I also did push and stack as well, right?
Yeah.
So by combining both of them, I solved that issue somehow, right? And I'm really not sure right now how I solved it, but it was something similar to that. And I was like, wow, somehow it solved, right? Because so see, you need to decide like what questions are solved, right? You cannot do it into the layout, right?
Yeah.
And maybe that at that moment I haven't thought of dispatching the event or something like that, right? Right now I just thought about the dispatching event, but at that moment I never I mean, maybe I was less I mean, when you're solving the problem, you just focus on the problem, not the
Problem.
solution, right? So, so you cannot, I mean, once you have solved the problem, you just I mean, what we can say, just leave it, right? You cannot think, you don't think second moment, because in a programming what we do is if thing is working, don't touch it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah. And there is Punyapal, there is always alternative.
Yeah, always
But
alternative. Yeah.
but 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 when we are fixing the issue, we are not focusing on alternatives. We are just focusing on fixing the issues.
Yeah.
So,
So there is always alternative.
so on the similar lines, so I might have tweeted that, and I don't recollect it, but I'm pretty sure Punyapile will recollect if I had tweeted that. So,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
so after how many iterations of uh, after how many iterations of writing a feature, we can be sure that this code is good. Something in that lines I had
Yeah,
tweeted. So basically, whenever we write a feature, if we iterate it, like if we keep on iterating, there will always be a scope of improvement.
of
Yeah.
course.
So that's so because every time I write a feature, again when I'm doing a pull request, I'm reviewing my own pull request. So that time again, okay, I have to make this change also, this change.
Rabbit hole. Yeah. It's kind of it.
Hmm.
Sometimes you start things, but you are not sure. You do it, you merge it, you deploy it, then you realize, oh shit. Then you again do some more commits. You just deploy it again. Even you don't need QA for that, right? You
Yeah.
just, I mean, why you just get thoughts while you just about to sleep, and then your like boss says, keep your work at home. Sorry, your home at work. But
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, what I was saying, keep your home at home while you are working, right? but they will never say that you just put your
Keep
work
your
at
work
work
at your
when you
work when you are at home.
when you are home. Yeah,
and and
it's
and
kind of,
and we cannot do that also.
yeah,
If
none
our
of them.
boss tell us to keep work at
Yeah,
work and home at home, the- even though we can't keep the work at work.
yeah, yeah. There is a no true work-life balance exist.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Of course. But sometimes you need to leave it, and if you are occupied, you cannot do that, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
Okay, we can even talk about new features, right?
Yeah.
Right. So once I was scrolling to my GitHub feed. Do you guys scroll through your GitHub feeds,
No.
right?
no,
Like, so even like it's a kind of social media as well, right? GitHub is kind of social media as well. You can follow the people, and if those guys do some PRs or contribution, you can see that in the feed, right? So it's like it was a coincidence that Taylor done some contribution, and I seen at second minute, right? It's like in a 30 seconds I saw that, right? And even I tweeted it in a 4 minutes. So it was something like the failover queue, right?
Hmm.
Which is came new, right? So you may face, if you have worked in a big projects or a small projects or whatever, if you are using Redis or something like that, you may have faced like your Redis is down and your queue driver is not up now, right? Your
Yeah.
default queue drivers is not up. So it is something for solving those problems. So your if your Redis queue driver is not up, you can have a fallback queue driver, right? So it is like it could be sync or database driver or anything, right? So have you seen those contribution, or we can say even it's already released now?
Yeah. I
Uh,
just
Yesterday.
fallback. It's
Yeah.
called fallback.
Failover.
Failover. Yeah.
Failover.
Failover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Failover.
So a question.
Hmm.
Only the failed. So let's say it's not about. I'm just thinking out loud. I haven't deep dive into it, but so does it need to be like only when this primary is not working, then it will go in this queue, or is it like queue the primary queue tried processing it, but it failed for some reason, and like for any reason, if it failed, then it goes to the failover queue. Is that the
Yeah.
case?
So it's a prototype right now, and what I can read is this allows failing back, not failing, sorry, falling back.
Hmm.
This allows falling back to failover queue if the primary queue connection is job is down. So it is not about the fail jobs. It's
Hmm.
about when connection is down, right?
Okay.
So that is what I said. Like Redis server is down, right? So you
Okay.
can have run that in a sync,
Hmm. Okay.
kind of. Even what I see is it allows you to provide multiple drivers. So it is not connection; it's a connections. So failover driver, driver is failover and connections. So you can provide Redis, sync, whatever, SQS, whatever it is
And I think that will be the order in
as well.
git
Yeah,
batch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So even Taylor always thought put a thought process yeah, thought process in a small things, right? So it is like when I did a PR to Laravel, right? So it was like without middleware PR, right? So he's like, will this order will be respected, right? So he's like, the order should be respected, he said. So it was like, yeah, he put thoughts on small things, right?
He also has the big picture, of course.
Yeah, of course. So he's even a tall, so he can view more things.
More things.
Yes, definitely
Yeah.
tall. Hmm.
But of course, not just by height.
Hmm.
He's coming to Laracon India this time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Have you guys booked the
I,
ticket?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You aren't booked yet.
Haven't booked it.
So are you waiting for the venue announcement or the speaker announcement? Because
I
I'm shocked this time that we don't know venue, we don't know who is going to speak. We just booked the tickets.
even last
most
time we
most
booked it
probably
better.
No, no,
Club
no.
07.
Last time we knew some faces actually before
Hmm.
booking the tickets. Actually,
Okay.
even we actually knew like it will gonna happen at it will gonna happen at somewhere XYZ thing, right? But we don't even know, like, even I live in Ahmedabad and I'm not able to guess like what will be the venue, right?
Yeah.
uh,
Because Laravel
and
is getting famous, so it is now like a concert. Like if Ed Sheeran is coming over here, they don't announce
Yes,
the venue; they just give the dates, and
yeah,
people start.
Modi is coming. Where is where he is coming, we don't know. Modi is coming to Ahmedabad, right? When?
I think
No.
I think Pune people, I think most probably Club 07 will be the venue.
No, no, not they won't repeat it.
They will but what I understand is, so this is my thought process, right? Don't make it true, right, or correct, or maybe
I'll clip it
so
and I will share it with organizers.
yeah, you can just screen record the stream. But what I understand is, see, it was Udaipur and Ahmedabad in a selection, right? And other two options were there as well. So what I understand is most of the audience are nearby Ahmedabad or can afford to come to Ahmedabad, right? So maybe in start they says Ahmedabad and we book the tickets and now they say no, the city is changed now. Last time they changed to Gandhinagar. Like
Hmm.
it if they switch to Udaipur, I will be most happiest person in the
Why?
Me too.
Laral community right now, right?
Why?
Me
Because
too.
I want to explore Udaipur because I couldn't do yes last time.
So this time also you won't be able to.
No,
You will be
no.
able
This
to be
see
busy in the.
la,
Okay, you
last
can
time,
go early. Okay.
yeah, I can go early or maybe something like that. Because last time, what was the thing? I need to go with my boss and come with my boss. Now there is no boss, right? I can have my own plans.
Hmm.
And I can afford it this time right now as well, right? Last time it was like sponsored by my boss. Travel was sponsored by my boss. Everything was sponsored by boss. My boss. But this time I can afford it. So yeah, I
Hmm.
I want to. I mean, explore some Udaipur or some cities, right? I cannot explore Ahmedabad at least, right? Even
Are,
you cannot.
are you buying that premium ticket? Planning to buy that premium ticket?
No, no. Why? I even I if everything will goes well, I will sell my ticket as well.
Well,
Just
What
kidding.
do you, what
Just
do you
kidding.
mean by everything goes well? Meaning,
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, from last 3 years, I'm getting rejected. Right? It's a hat trick now.
uh,
So if I get apply as a speaker and hopefully if I get selected, right? I will not even gonna sell my ticket. I will sponsor it to someone, right?
hmm,
Let's see.
yes. This
Okay. So let's come back to the topic. Yeah.
there was no topic as such, right? For
So it
for
is like topic is no code is perfect code, right? Uh, And I think I'm gonna take it as a series, right? So it was #2. We will have a #3 as well, right? And you can see some faces repeating as well because I don't wanna look for new faces that I done previously and I just left over with the none at the end. So
hmm,
I don't wanna look for new faces every time. But yeah, if someone is ready and if you have chat like I'm doing this and he's like I wanna come, bro. We are open to everything, right?
hmm.
Hmm. Okay, let's discuss more thing and this somewhere. So what first thought? So Jigar is reviewing his own PRs, right? Are you also reviewing others PR,
Yeah.
Jigar?
Yes, yes, I
Yeah.
am. I
So
am
yeah,
also.
so both of will understand this question. So what is your first thoughts when you start reviewing the anyone's PR, right? Others PR. So hmm.
I
So,
always keep code quality at the top.
hmm,
See, that is all okay, right? Code quality, companies, rules, business logic, all okay. But other than this, right? What do you think first? Like, how do you gonna treat that PR?
it's a PR. It needs. So basically, my thought process is that
Mm,
it needs. So I still don't get the quite get the
of
question
course,
exactly, but
me too.
so, so basically, uh,
So let me try to explain it more.
yeah.
It is like, what is your point of view, or we can say like everyone have their own point of view, right? To look at something, right?
Hmm.
So if my PR is there, Rajan bhai is looking, and you are looking, you both will look differently, right? Not the
So I think the order changes. So somewhere, some people they will start from the code and like they will start from extreme low level classes where the important logics are there, and then they will
Mhm.
go to the
Correct.
controller level. Some will take
Yeah.
a look at the ticket first, what this ticket is talking about, and then they will go to the last service
Mm.
level private method. So
Correct.
it's the and both the flows are right, but I prefer this
Yeah.
understanding the issue first, what problem
Yeah.
it is solving, and is there
Mhm.
like try to think the edge cases also, which a developer, like I
Right.
as a developer sometimes forget edge cases. I am sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So even I keep forgetting the edge cases, things I might have missed. So I try to think, like, let's say if I am building this feature, what are things I will uh, I will do.
Right.
So I will, like, especially when it is a full feature request, proper feature request, I will do that. So for example, today I reviewed a two-factor authentication that we introduced in our code for our platform. A client had requested, so I did the testing first. If is the basic functionality working as correctly as expected, that
Mm.
was working, and then in the review process I checked the code, like how I would write the code first, the route files, then the controllers, etc., etc.
So do you guys like clone it and run it?
Clone, like, I we already have that project, so just switch to that branch.
Branch, yeah.
Yeah. So let's forget about the clone. So if you are an open source maintainer, you need to clone it, right? Because it's coming from the fork, right? So that's how I thought
so
of the cloning.
so it's, if it is like, if that whatever repo is close to me, like it is impacting me, then I would clone it. But if
No, no. I mean, switch to branch and run the code. I mean,
Yes.
uh, right.
How, like, how critical and impactful
Hmm.
it is to us, it
Yeah.
depends on that when it comes to open
Yeah.
source.
Right. So what I do is I clone it only if it is literally age case. Literally age. Matlab, it will just, if it goes wrong, it will just down the server, right?
Hmm.
Otherwise, like small bugs can happen, right? And if you have a taste shoot, you can just read the taste, you will be able to see, right?
Yeah.
uh,
Yes.
UI part is bit different thing.
So
UI is always.
so okay, we'll come back to test again later probably. But this, let's say for example, this Laravel HTTP to curl, there is a package.
Yeah.
If you recollect, so someone had actually solved the issue. Of course,
Hmm.
that is the only package that I maintain, and I wanted to see if it is things are breaking, etc.
Yeah.
So of course, in that case, I will clone it, test it thoroughly, especially because I am the maintainer. I will do that. Yes.
Yeah, of course. What about you, Rajan bhai? How do you start?
Same.
Hmm.
If it's critical, then I will run. Otherwise,
Hmm.
if it's not critical or some minor fixes, then it's okay. By looking at the code, we will get the smell and
Yeah, of course.
pass it out.
So basically, from for my most of the clients, and even not the just client, by all the projects, we have a good CI, right? It is like it will run pin, tractor, PHP stand, type coverage, code coverage, whatever, everything, right? So from that only we will understand the code quality already, right? But then after we need to check that where code is actually placed, right? Is it in action, or it should be in action only, right? That what we things we need to check while actually being a reviewer. What I do actually when I review, because I trust, somewhat I trust, like yeah, he is doing code, right? It depends on the experience as well, like how much experience the
Hmm.
opponent is, right? Even it also depends, like it is a side project or open source project as well, right? Or it's a client project. So basically, I rarely run the projects, right? Rarely, because code is good, taste is good, everything is good, placed at exact place where it should be, then it's a green flag already, right? I don't even run the code, because when you read the test, you will realize that taste is written wrong, so code is also wrong, right?
So I'm still not used to this test-driven development, to be honest.
Yeah.
I see
So
many
yeah,
people.
we are not even TDD, right? We are not even TDD. So when client ask me, right, don't tell them. When client asks me like
You are
write
live
taste first,
already. You are live.
I'm just kidding, right? So when client asks me, right, it's a genuine thing, right? When client asks me, write taste first and then feature, right? But I'm not used to it, so I write taste. Sorry, I write feature, then
Feature.
write taste. I push taste first, then push the features. He is happy, I am happy. Win-win situation. So like first commit will be taste, then feature. He is happy, I am happy, both happy.
But I have heard that like having that mindset helps. Having that
Yeah,
mindset
of
helps
course. Of
where
course.
we can think of all edge cases in advance, and also
Yeah.
from a code standpoint also, like how our methods will be, how our classes will be, what arguments it will accept and stuff, all those things.
So,
I have.
so yeah, sometimes I think that that's good when you are just writing feature test, right? You are just uh, I mean looking for input and output. Whatever happening in uh, b- behind the scenes, you are not. I mean, uh, want to test, right? So at that moment, you just write if user logins with this user and type this, output should be this, right? You're not testing actions or maybe controllers or anything, right? You are just testing routes, right? At that moment I think yeah, it's good, right? You can just do it. It's even I mean thinkable that it should be done like this, right? But when it comes to action testing, unit writing to unit test and all, my mind just stops thinking about the taste first, right? It always thinks about the feature.
Hmm. But is
Because at that moment to me putting it into the working play I mean state is a priority, right? Yeah. And sometimes I feel if I will try to write taste first, right, I will going to refactor those tastes again, because I at first I am not even sure that what I will gonna write on those actions. That's a
That's why
genuine
you are
thing, I mean.
that's why you are writing feature first.
Hmm. Because I'm not sure what I even see, if I'm doing same thing again and again, I will write it differently because I don't remember how I actually remember, but I at that moment I don't remember that I wrote it that way, so I should every time wrote it that way, right?
Hmm. Yes.
So if I mean let's just take example of if cases, right? So in two features I did the same in two different projects. 1 year ago I did the same feature in a particular project, and I'm after 1 year I'm doing the same feature on a different project, right? So if I was having a three ifs, right, the three ifs sequence will not be the same always, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, that's why I write the features for it. But I want to keep my mentality towards writing the taste first, but it's literally hard for me right now.
Right now. Yes. So probably when someone forces us and puts us as a at a
Yeah.
gunpoint, probably
So
then we'll
of
start.
course.
So if it was like not remote and if we had to go to office and if boss was looking around, probably then we would do it.
Oh, literally in those scenarios, my productivity goes to 20%, right? If boss is behind and watching.
The
Literally, I mean,
gone
you
are those
just
days. Gone are
yeah,
those days.
it is like if I type this, he will what he will think. If I type this, what he will think. I mean, the whole thought process will come in that way. Not, and if boss is not there, you are just in a phone. You are writing something. You are productive, right? So that
You do the live coding, right? You in probably not now, but in the past you have done the live coding for many
yeah,
months, like many streams,
yeah.
many months. So you shouldn't be afraid because you are coding in front of thousands. So
Oh, see, boss is different thing, right? He will judge you, right? The audience will not gonna judge you. Even the audience will gonna judge you. Who will tell you that he is judging, right? The boss is behind you.
okay.
And he can tell anything.
Yeah, he can just even if he is not looking at the code, he is just looking at your back. You will not be comfortable in writing the code. Yeah.
Mm.
It
See,
hijacks the
even
mind.
the
Yeah.
boss is good, the boss is very positive, but still you will not be able to. Your productivity will drop at least by 40%, right?
It's it's
And
it's
if you
it,
know your
it,
boss is
it's
not good, right,
it's
it will gonna
Punyapal, Punyapal, it's
yeah,
a human nature, yeah.
Human nature.
yeah,
It's a human nature.
Yeah.
yeah.
So this about this pattern also. So even when I write any feature, so after writing, I realize that okay, this doesn't seem right. So then we
Yeah.
do the refactoring it then and there. Yes, happens
So
happens to me a lot of time.
so we are kind of mentality guys, right? So we
Mm.
cannot write test first because we even change the output sometimes
But
based on like what sort process we
mm,
have at that moment.
mm.
So yeah, but yeah, let's see what is gonna happen. Even do you remember like when you was writing the exams and the supervisor is just behind? I mean,
Just
at just
around you.
besides you, right?
Yeah.
And you are not copying. You don't have cheats, but you just stop writing everything, right? Because he is just looking at you. Like even if you not stop writing, you will become slow, right? So
If that happens today, I would ask, is this right?
is it right? Yeah, right now we came through many things, right? We have given many exams.
Oh,
Yeah.
Punyapal,
Mm.
I'm just remembering one more issue that we
Mm-hmm.
were facing, and it was, I think, 6 or 7 months ago.
Oh.
Uh, there was a there was a project, and it was taking almost 30 seconds to load the home page.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 30 seconds.
30 seconds
Very
to
huge.
load the home page, and that project was built on some renowned CRM,
Which
and
CRM?
I don't remember exactly which CRM, but it was
Re what?
remember
So somewhat some CRM, somewhat
uh,
CRM.
somewhat
Mm-hmm.
renowned CRM, not just any CRM. It
Yeah.
was some renowned. So it was taking almost 30 seconds to load the home page. My boss told me to implement the caching, but at the looking at the code, there was
I
no
don't see that.
issue with the caching. Caching was not going to solve the issue. Then I look at the database structure and
What?
look at the debug bar, query implementation. And I found that uh, soft delete was used, and whenever we use the soft delete, there is a column deleted at,
Deleted it.
yeah,
Mm.
which come into the picture every time
Yeah,
for
global
every
scope.
query, for
Yeah.
every query due to global scope, and that deleted it is not was not indexed. Due to that, it was taking 30 seconds.
Mm.
Is it so?
Yeah, yeah.
So how big was the table?
Even,
How big was the
but
table?
because I mean
Table,
that is just a Boolean thing, right?
table was huge.
Mm.
Table
Uh,
was huge. Table was huge.
mhm.
It's not
So in that
Boolean.
case,
It's deleted it.
it's a kind of Boolean thing. I mean, it either null or a date, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's kind of Boolean thing.
But
yeah.
from a database standpoint, it is not null, right? So I have a question. Did you like how did you figure this out? Like was it like you know
Indexing.
that this certain query is taking 28 seconds, let's say. So how like just then how did you know that the indexing is issue? I want to know like I can get
Yeah, the flow. How
yeah.
did you debug?
Actually, I have just I didn't find the uh, exact thing, but
Mm-hmm.
what I have done, I
Mm-hmm.
have first I have tried with single table. Means there was a almost 6 to 7 tables were
Joins.
involved. tables were involved to
Mhm.
load the home page. So I tried
Yeah.
with first tried with one table,
Mhm.
and I found that indexing is reducing the
Yeah.
time.
But what I understand is, if you are having a joins, it must be probably not must be, but probably about foreign keys, right? Where you are comparing two keys for joining the another table, right? And I think those things need index. And I think at that place, deleted it will not gonna add much problems. But if you had, it could be as well.
But
Because
because of
see,
global,
deleted is something like deleted is not null, right?
because of the scope, it is part of the where clause always, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but it will not be in a that join where.
But still,
Yeah,
it
of
will
course.
give some impact if the
See,
table is big.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If it is history kind of table, right? You just start archiving at place of adding soft deleted, or maybe even if you can soft delete, and then you can have one queue, sorry, schedule which just update. I mean,
Mm.
move records which was deleted a month ago to another table, right?
Mm. So, uh, Aaron Francis has a good videos, some free good videos about the indexing. So
Mm-hmm.
if you are not still not sure that issue is about deleted at, probably it's better to again take a look at that video.
Yeah,
That they have
yeah,
it has the video explains that explain query very well, like how to
correct.
understand that explain. Because I
Yeah,
before watching that video, I had literally very little idea about it, but now I have a decent idea, but I keep forgetting. I have to keep revisiting that video.
yeah. You are aging.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, so same issue I faced, right? One of the route was taking more than 30 seconds, right? Same, right? I have discussed it with the Jigar Bhai already, so but he may not be able to recall. So so let's discuss it again. So what was actually happening? My junior came to me, sir, a route जो ने ચાલતો જ નથી એવી રીતે. So it is like he's like it is not working at all, right? So he said like I have gone through everything, but it is not working at all. I mean, it's taking more than 15 seconds at least every time, right? And we checked many things, right? We checked the resources, right, which is come through that while rendering that page. That was not the issue. We checked all the queries. It was not issue at all, right? Queries was not the issue. It was running in less than 20 milliseconds, right? So query was not the issue. Then we checked the source code where we were reading everything. It was a dashboard, right? It was kind of dashboard. We can say it kind of dashboard. So we checked everything. There was none of the issues were there. Then I find two array at few places, right? And it was related to carbon somehow, right? I told you, even if you remember it, now you will remember it. So it was something when if you use two array, right, it will try to uh, change everything to string at the end, right? Try to. So it will call to array on every single object, even recursively on that particular object, right? And the same object was I mean, see, so you are building the data for the dashboard, right? So if you have a one user, you will always two array that user to get a data, right? So we just removed that two array. It went in 300 millisecond. And see, so I was curious, right, why it is taking those much time. So I found some errors which people was facing with the carbon, and I tried to remove that date cast. So uh, even putting that two array, it was fast, right? Not that much fast, but it was fast. It is like not more greater than 1 or more second, right? So it was like it was related to carbon. So when carbon is doing a 2 string, it's taking some seconds, right? And it was happening recursively and again, right? So that's why how it was like taking more than 30 seconds or maybe more than 15 seconds, right? So somehow sometimes it is not even the queries. So yeah, you're muted. You're muted.
It was about caste.
No, it
No,
was not about caste. It was actually about
magic is bad.
carbon, right? Carbon was doing 2 string, right?
Yes, yes,
So
but
it is
one of the column must be casted to this
not one of the
carbon.
model, right? You are
One of
displaying
the
it a
seed.
dashboard, right? You will have a many dates
Exactly,
sometimes,
exactly,
right?
exactly,
And you always have a created date and updated date as well, right?
exactly,
And you, if you are using a soft delete, you will have a deleted date as well.
Deleted.
So
exactly.
3 dates, those 3 dates and other dates as well,
So
right?
that's how I will conclude this stream that magic is not good.
Oh, it wasn't magic, man.
I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to do a
Yeah,
callback over here.
yeah. I remember that. But it is like no code is good code. So it is like that 2 array was not even needed at all, right?
Hmm.
So it was just state that the developer was thinking that let's parse it to, I mean, in an array, so everything look like same. So because one of the array was coming, right? So he wanted to look everything as an array, right?
Yeah.
And even like juniors don't know, like you can also call properties as an array in model directly, right?
Hmm.
It will do some magic, right?
Can you repeat that? Probably I'm
So
not.
basically, if you have a object of user model,
Huh. Okay.
right, and you want to get a created at, right, so you
Hmm.
can just do array access
Yeah.
to, yeah. So it is like, but he wasn't aware of that. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
So
no.
it's, I think you said we need to conclude it, so we can do it.
Yes, yes. Because I have to
And
rush.
Yeah.
me too.
Hmm.
Okay. So Rajan bhai, do you want to say anything at
No,
last?
no, fine. Nothing. Let's
Okay.
conclude. And
So okay,
I want to move
we
to my bed
started.
also.
Hmm?
I want
Oh,
to move to my bed also.
someone is waiting. Okay. So what we was discussing? Yeah, we discussed magic methods. Sorry, not magic methods. Casting and magic, right? At start. Then we discussed few problems. First was from Rajan bhai that he was facing issues with the state management with the live air. Then Jigar bhai said some non-technical issue, which was something like you should never be always. I mean, problem is not every time with the code, right? It's something else with understanding as well, right?
Understanding the requirement. Yes.
Hmm. Then again we have talked about SuperDev and that text SM problem. Then we discussed Rajan bhai have shared one more problem, which was he faced 7 days ago, right? Or
Yeah.
a month, 7 years ago. How
7
many?
months.
7 months
7
ago.
7 days.
7 months ago, yeah, right. What it was? What was the problem?
It was
Uh,
the 7 month ago was the problem of indexing
yeah, indexing. This deleted at, right?
and deleted
Again, magic, global scope.
it.
Okay. Then we discussed about this carbon stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I think we understand like sometimes magic is good, sometimes it's not. But once you are understand it, it's good, right? And yeah, you also need to look outside of the code, right? Sometimes, right? Even you need to think out of the box as well, right? So yeah, that is what we learned. So thanks to coming, Jiga bhai, Rajan bhai. So we
Thanks
can
for
conclude this.
thanks for doing this regularly. Hope to be regular
Yeah,
on this one.
yeah. So yeah, you can come every time. We can have a third or fourth member as different, but yeah,
I will
and
try.
even you can Rajan bhai.
I will try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most welcome, right? I want to do 7 streams a month, week. So let's see how it goes.
All the best.
I used to do, right? I have
Yeah.
done 45 streams continuous, then I stopped it. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Okay. Bye, guys.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Thanks for joining.